why I retired at 46, well, nearly 46. So there's a multiple numbers of reasons why I wanted to retire. Now, I'm not saying I've got enough money to retire, but what I'm saying is I'm giving it a good go right now to see how long I can go, see how long I can last, and if things work out and they carry on doing as they are doing now with my passive income and my investments, then I should be able to live a good life doing what I'm doing in Thailand, and also, have a little bit of emergency money to fall back onto if I ever need it. So, nearly 46, up to touch wood up to now, I've got no health problems. I'm still quite a fit sort of bloke. I eat well, I sleep well. I do everything to try and optimise my body as healthy as possible and as natural as possible to try and keep myself going. Now, I've noticed a massive decline from the age of like 40, 41, 42 in my recovery, my fitness. Even though I'm still a fit bloke, I'm not a fraction of what I was. So I'm realising time is creeping up year by year, month by month, and time is going extremely fast now I've got over that mark of being 40. So life's a gamble, you've got to take a little bit of a gamble. I've sold up most of I got rid of most of my assets. Now there's videos on YouTube explaining about all these ways I've done things, but you can have a look at on my other page. On my page, but just search through the different videos. But yeah, life's a gamble, like you say. I still want to be healthy enough, fit enough to enjoy as much retirement time as I possibly can. We might get to 75, 70 and I might run out of money. If I do, I'll deal with it at that time. But what I do know now is people are dropping down dead, left, right and centre. 40, 35, 45, 50. So this retirement age, it's not guaranteed. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. So for me, I've worked hard as, being a young lad. I've done some good investments. And now it's time to live my remaining of my life. I brought my kids up. I've been there for my dad all his life. So now it's my time. I'm making a little bit of time for me. And this is what I've done. I've moved to Thailand. I've sold up everything, but I've still have my assets, but I've also given me a passive income. So here I am now in Thailand, and these are the things I'm doing. This video here is just a perfect representative of what I do in a daily routine. This is just one of the sessions I do every day. That morning I got up, I did my breath work, I went for a swim, I enjoyed my morning. I wasn't rushed, I was enjoying what I was doing. And then I decided to pop down to one of the local gyms. It's not local, this one, it's probably about a 20-minute drive, but I walked past it last week and I liked the bloke, and I liked the other lad who was with him, and nice and polite. So I thought I'd go down and do a little bit of a session. And make it a bit of fun, a little bit of sparring, touch sparring, and a little bit of pad work, and then I went off for a walk and got my 10k steps in. So this is me now training. Now if I waited till I was 55, or not, well, 55 is an early retirement. So if I waited till I was 67, do you think I could be doing these things on a daily routine? Do you think I could be going down to the gym and hitting the pads and doing a little bit of sparring at 67? I'd have no life left in me. Some people are making an early retirement at 55, and that is even pushing it. The bloke I'm training with now, actually, on this video, he's 55. Now, he's in great nick for his age. Good nick, you know what I mean? In England, it's a different matter. People at 55 are fucking half dead. A lot of people, a big majority of them, and same in US. They've been feeding themselves with too much bad processed foods. They've been drinking alcohol. They've abused their body. They've smoked. They've got the stress, the anxiety off the UK environment, and a lot of them are on different medications, blood pressure tablets, cholesterol. There's all sorts of problems with them, and I've tattooed many people around my age group, and if they don't change their life, they're going to be counting down the days. Maybe they've got 10 years left in that sort of condition. So here I am right now, doing a bit of training, enjoying my life. I'm young, my energy's good. It's not as good as it was by a million miles, but it's still good for my age. I don't want to be waking up feeling brain fogged and tired at fucking 67 and struggling if I've got 2 hours of good energy, having a nap at fucking 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and then tired here, tired there, low sex drive, no motivation, no mojo. It's not for me, man. And I don't even know who's invented this freaking this 67-year age retirement. I think we've been brought on this planet not to work like this. It's supposed to be a fucking free world. Anyway, I can go on about all this politics stuff, but for me, this is why I'm retiring now. This is my time. This is what I want to do. And these are some of the things I do. I eat well, I sleep well, I've got no stress, nothing to worry about anymore. I can have a lazy morning. I don't have to be rushing out in the morning thinking I've got work or I've got to go and do a plastering job or a tattoo or whatever. You know what I mean? My mind is at peace. My mind feels the best it's felt in probably, from what I can remember, maybe 20 years, 25 years, where I've not had anything to worry about. And when I go back to the UK, I feel it takes me about 3 weeks and I start getting back to how I used to feel, and then I start acting how I used to act. I'm a different person when I'm away from that country, so I remain to be away, and as long as I can afford it, and as long as things get going well. And like I say, I've got more time to educate myself now. I'm constantly learning different things. I'm learning how to do YouTube. I'm learning different skills. Well, hopefully I might be able to even make some money online or do something as a bit more as a passive income or whatever. But I'm not there yet. But I'm on it. I'm on it, and I'm investing in myself. I'm not just repeating the same day every day. I really felt like I was trapped in this circle of misery, really. I could write down my day Monday to Friday and nothing would change from dinner time to when I trained. Only thing that would change, I'd probably see a different person each day who was tattooing, but then I'd have to listen to a lot of their problems, so then that can also have a knock-on effect, believe it or not. I'd like to help people. When I was tattooing, I've always liked to help people, so I've always give people free advice and trying to help them with a diet. I'm not trying to charge them. I'm trying to educate them on things, trying to give them a bit of motivation. And I've helped a lot of people, believe it or not, because I've had a lot of, return thank yous. Some people you just can't help, but that's how the world goes round. You know what I mean? You can only do something for yourself when you're ready to really do it. No one can help you unless you're ready to do that. So that's it. So that was my day today. Did my pads, I've come home, I've had some nice food, I did my swimming morning, I've done my breath walk, I've not walked all my steps yet, but I'm probably going to carry on doing a bit more walking later. Enjoy the rest of this sunshine. It's not too sunny today, but it's I might even go for a little swim again. I messed around on YouTube, uploaded a couple of videos, a bit of editing, and my life's been real smooth today. There's always going to be some stress in your life. You've got to remember this. Whatever you do, you're always going to have something. If it's going to be family or family passing away or family's traumas or family stress, or you've done this or you've done that, or you've not stood up to your grounds or whatever can try and, people are trying to drag you down a lot of times. And you've got to be aware of this. Not everyone is positive around you. So you've got to surround yourself with the people that you want to be involved with. Make sure they're positive people, because if they're negative, you're going to end up drifting back down to their level. Separate yourself, eliminate anyone out of your life who's going to be dragging you down. It's your life. Why should you be suffering? I've suffered for years and years trying to make something right in my life, and I've not even done anything wrong. But it's another story. I don't want to go into it. It's personal, but I've walked away from that problem now because I can't fix it. As much as I tried, it's just not. The psychological damage has been done, and that's what it is. So this is the life I live now. Living a dream. They say, hot weather every day, no stress, no drama. Go and do whatever I want in the day. If I want to go and hike, I'll hike. If I want to go for a run, I'll go for a run. If I want to do some Thai boxing or boxing or sparring, I can go and do it. I'm fit enough to do it. I'm young enough still to continue with the freedom of my life. I can pick any day I want to do whatever I want to do. I have more energy you know, what's going to last me all through the day compared to the average person who's retiring in their 60s and 67s. You know, it's crazy, man. People are willing to sacrifice all their younger life. You know, I see so many people trading money for hours, just constantly trading money for time. You work 8 hours, that's 8 hours of your time given to fucking, and you get an 8 hour wage and 80 quid or whatever it is now for 8 hours. That's 8 hours of your life gone. You're doing that every day of the week, every day of the year. Then you're sleeping another 8 hours. Add up the time you've got for yourself. This ain't the world we should be in. We should be not doing this. You know, you don't see, you know, obviously everyone's got to make a little bit of money and earn, but you shouldn't be being a slave to the system, sacrificing all your life to your 67. It's crazy. They're expecting you to work to your 67 and then have the energy and have the happiness to retire. Man, everyone's, you know, you're too damaged by then. Most people are. Most people are damaged by that age, and if it's not physically, it's mentally. Man, I want people to wake up, and you know, if this can help anyone, take it on board and try and make a plan for yourself. You know, make a 3-year plan or 5-year plan, or whatever you can get in your head. You know, you can't change the past, but you can change what's going to happen tomorrow. So start doing different things and start doing learning different stuff. You know, educate yourself, get your brain changed over onto that better rate, that rhythm, that better routine. So that's it really. I can go on and on and on, but I'm not going to. So yeah, that will do. And if you can like and share, that'd be fantastic. Keep building things up on here. More and more people are commenting, and some of the views are getting to like 2,000 now. What's great, you know, it's great to see. Never thought I'd be good at anything like this, to be fair, but it's all about the mind game. You know, I put my mind to it. I didn't even know how to speak in front of the camera or edit or like the sound of my own voice, to be honest with you. It is weird, but with practice you get better and better. And sometimes I just talk and I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. It just sort of comes off the top of my head. So, like I say, it's not everyone's going to agree with everything I say. Sometimes I say things and think, why have I said that? But that's just how I am sometimes, you know. But yeah, please like and share, and God bless. Thank you very much.